getting. Do you get
my girlfriend Corey?
No.
We've been in love 6 years and 4
So
months today.
I can't exactly.
But she came to me and she wouldn't let me do her hair before, and she was going to this other young lady, and that young lady was using waxes. And I want to show you something.
No.
You see how she got all this up here? These bases are so thin. That is wax over time. It's going to start to kill the oxygen levels to that scalp and that hair. Has your hair always been thin, or was it a little thicker before? Waxes closes up the follicles, cuts off oxygen levels. You have nutrient deficiencies at that time. A lot of people that are using those waxes, I guarantee you're not conditioning. And another time, it takes you a long time to actually go ahead and lock with those waxes and all of those puddings and creams and stuff, because the hair is just holding on to it. It is not doing anything. I just did a color on another young lady where all of her parts was just like sticking together as one big dry matte mess. That is from waxes. That's another thing. Look at that one. Another one, not conditioning, not holding on to that hair, not making sure that you do what's necessary for the hair. This is a very risky hairstyle, being that you twisting the hair and taking it out of its natural form, tangling up the hair and forming a webbed canal for the dreadlock to even hold. So being that you're doing that with the weight, being that you're doing that with the weight and other things, your product needs to be very light. They need to hold nutrients, and they need to do what is called train the hair so the hair can understand the repetition of what's going on. Right now, and look, now they putting two of them together, because check this out. Come close. They put it together because they broke a smooth off right here. All of this. So now you put two locks together and you still got this little bitty base. That sucks, because you didn't know what you was doing and you was using the wrong kind of products. But at the same time, all of it is fixable, so go ahead and just do what you have to do. I'm not going to put too much tension on this at all. Only things I'm going to use is the tight hold. Let me show you. Untie this. Tight hold. Talia Wajid. This is, I just put about that much in my comb, and I go through and I comb that head. That's all that's needing to be done. After I finish the head, I go back and spray with lock and curl stimulator, which is the lock and curl. Both of these things can be obtained from the website. Not trying to sell nothing right now. I'm trying to tell you that we cannot keep balding out like this. I had a young lady named yesterday, Miss January. Hey, Miss January. I had her call me yesterday, and she asked me a number of questions because, you know, people were just doing all kind of stuff to her. Told her go home and twist it every night. And she realized she started losing locks just everywhere. That's not what we're in this to do. Especially with hair rejuvenating itself, just like the nails would, you shouldn't have to worry about this too much. You can lock it with some water. You've heard me say before. So, for those that's just, for this, for one lock, cut that out. Cut that out. That is a no-no, and you don't need to go that hard with putting a product into this. You don't need to twist it till she just turns around and busts you in the face. You don't have to do all of that stuff. Be cool with this. Be easy with this, and you just allow it to be relaxing hair. Now, I went through and look at my stuff and what it looks like, how easy, congruent, even though she has some breakage, how it looks like I still put it all in together. Why can't yours look like that? Do that for me. Okay? All of that. Easy, simple. One clip. Clip it down. Go home. Bam. So, stop that. And them waxes, I know these companies gonna sue me, and that's fine. I'll take that lawsuit when it comes. But right now, I'm saying cut them out. There is no reason to put a wax in your head. Okay? Sit that shit down. Gels. Gels are for cornrows. We wore them back in the 90s, in the 80s. Put that up. Okay? With your bobby pins. Oh, another thing. Have you seen people sew locks before, Sharita? Mm-hmm. They sewing them for the style. You're putting holes in this lock. And then people go to take that down. Oh, I didn't know you had your arms out a lot today.
Yeah.
Oh, Lord. Oh, go ahead.
I'm just been lifting that child.
I bet you have. On that back now, dude. You so not that one. You crazy? I'm talking about your shoulders. But,
right here, it's getting cut up.
Yeah.
That's my definition right here. Is right?
Huh.
Right.
Trials and bias.
Hey, that's what I'm talking about. He ought to be able to do something. He gave me all this. I I used to be fine.
But sewing in those styles put holes in the locks, and then people go right back and not know how to take that down. And you just back here feeling for stuff and gonna clip a lock. You clip it, hey, it was you. You shouldn't have did that thread. That thread was unethical, and if it takes all that to hold the style up, what's wrong? Like, are you sleeping too bad? Are you having that much booty time in the bed? Or what is going on? Calm down and go to sleep. Bobby pins will take you to sleep and wake you up. That's it. Okay? Cut that out. It's not that serious. Treat your hair as hair and sit down somewhere. What's up, people? Today we're talking about getting the dirt, grease, grime, and BS out of your scalp. First thing I always ask people is, what are you using first and foremost? If you're using products that are like sticky and gluey, waxy, and all of those things, you are going to have buildup, and you're going to have lint into the locks. I don't think it's appropriate to say how to get it out. I think that we should start from the beginning and figuring out a good shampoo. Now, what she's doing here is a clarifying shampoo by Design Essentials. This clarifying shampoo is going to break down every single oil there is in there, but then at times there are things that do not come out with the oils, or do not come out with just that shampoo, or do not come out with certain things that she goes through and do. She's working that in, scratching that scalp, getting all of that dead skin up and into the shampoo so it can do its job. But at the same time, again, like I was stating, it does not always come out. Even with that squeezing act you see she's doing there, that's making sure that everything, even in those ends that a lot of people don't shampoo, is coming all the way out. But to assist in the aids, and sometimes we get this vinegar, that Heinz apple cider vinegar. That one's a distilled white one. That one's kind of too strong at times. I would prefer the apple cider. It has a little more of a looser acid in it that you'll be able to use into the hair, and it won't break it down so much. Put that in with the clarifying shampoo and allow it to sit for like 5 minutes, doing that squeezing action and all of those other things that need to be done. And then take that spray bottle right there, this little spray, excuse me, and I put the solution in there, which this allows me to distribute the vinegar through the hair easily without, getting it all over just one spot or pouring down somebody's back, because it can stink and it can be very, very, very cold. After leaving this in for 10 minutes, I go back in with another clarifying shampoo, same by Design Essentials, and I clean that up and rinse that out, working it through, making sure that I have enough to where I see my bubbles, I see my lather, and I know that my hair is consistently clean all the way through. With this process, I follow up with a deep conditioner. If you do not deep condition, you will be leaving your hair extremely dry. So make sure that you go behind that with your Design Essentials moisture retention. Make sure that how she's working this in, just massage that in really, really, really good. And I mean, you have to massage it. That's just not one of those things you just rub it in pretty and nice and everything and think that it's good to go. Did you see how them fingers was flexed? She ain't playing. So you have to really work that in. After that, he or she needs to go under the dryer with the conditioner in and a plastic bag. If you don't look like Mabel, you did not do it right. Simple as that. Rinse that out after 15 minutes, and then you can go through with your process. If you see that all of the bulk and crap did not come out, it is not, I wouldn't say repeat it right then. Give the hair at least 2 weeks and then repeat that process. You want to allow some of the oil and secretions of your own scalp to come on out and work its way through. So be knowledgeable to that and not just throwing anything in to get that grease and grime out. But again, start with the beginning and alleviate those waxes and stuff. Throw that stuff in the trash because it's not working for you. It's not giving you anything of what you need and what you're going for. It's giving you a hole, but at the same time, it's breaking you all the way down. So to get back those nutrients, you're going to have to leave that alone and get to what's necessary for the fabrication of hair. YouTube, you see this lock right here? This lock is a very, very important lock. A lot of people, especially on this very bottom row, on boys especially, or those that are getting a lineup right here along the side, if you're twisting this lock really, really tight, or if you're getting edge ups and it's just knocking hairs out of it, eventually I see that this lock, a middle lock, or one's on the end, or one in the front by the temple, those locks come out first. Because a lot of people are just twisting. This area along the back and the area along the front is what gets the most wear and tear when you have natural hair, especially when you start the process of locking. So be knowledgeable when twisting that lock, because that lock will fall off first. Again, especially with those that are getting edge ups, you're getting tucks and nips and all this other stuff. Every time you go, you're getting a prune, which is those that'll take the lock and clean up the sides of the lock right up in here. If you're getting the right kind of retwist, you won't need a prune. Also, this area back here is very in tune with getting buildups because everything is just falling from the front of the head down to the back. Hence the dynamic shape of the head, how everything would just fall coming from up here, just rolling all the way down the back, sitting to the back of the neck where the neck and the shoulder blades meet. So be knowledgeable about that and understand that you really need to make sure that you're washing the back of the scalp, twisting the back of the scalp only to hair elasticity levels, and there isn't too much going on back here, or you will have many issues. And those that are breaking in the back, don't just keep wearing ponytails or trying to do styles that's going to hide that. Eventually that's going to be another issue too, with you trying to do the cover up and displacement of things and illusion of things. Go ahead and fix it and make it a preventative measure firsthand, then try to do stuff down the line and be very impulsive. Today we are palm rolling Lonnie. Lonnie started locking in January. We don't have an exact date, but you can say now this is month 6. It's 6 months, right? Yeah, month 6. So 5 months into the game, Lonnie has a very loose curly hair. She has that texture I like to refer to a lot of Louisianans for having. It's like really loose, curly, like they're mixed with something, but not really mixed with anything. It's just really fine. But at the same time, she came very consistently. She didn't do a bunch of harsh products at home, trying to make her way through. She came in, but as she was supposed to, not like it was a ritual or anything, or it was just about money. She came for the knowledge, for the experience, for the understanding of how to lock this and how to take care of it. She asked very good questions, which I was very proud of to see for, a lot of people have their own philosophies. And no offense to anyone natural, but I see that natural people have some of the worst ones sometimes and never see the positive outcome, but will stick to it. And I mean, I commend you for it, but I think life should be a little more about beneficial values and understanding. Let knowledge be your guide versus just throwing something around. Yes, sometimes on the outside it looks like you got that result, but on the inside it could be a whole different story. That's the difference between a bump and a boil. You get it? Right. But anyway, Lonnie came, she took care of business, and her hair is long enough to where we're palm rolling it now so we can get rid of a lot of these frizziness, which a lot of loose curly hairs can have. Tying it up with a satin scarf at night is really one of the things people with this texture really need to listen to and abide by. Stocking caps and do-rags and all that. Those little fine holes, when you're sleeping, your hair sneaks through those holes. Once you take this off in the morning, you instantly just snatch all of those hairs up and you've made a head full of frizz. That doesn't work. That does not work. You'd walk around looking like a corn puff, I meant. But anyway, just wanted to share that with you. Another person with palm rolling now. I'm proud of her. She's grew and she's in the game. We're taking care of business. Look at Shara. I like Shara's shirt. It's salmon-y today. She's salmon-y.
Charmin, that's 5 heartbeats.
Girl, ain't nobody worry about 5 heartbeats.
Drop it on the floor, man. Try to make sure you don't get scratched.
And that face was so serious about 5 heartbeats.
5 heartbeats.
Just too serious. How long ago did that come out?
Recently.
Poor Robert Townsend.
Recently.
But he had some banging ass glasses in the end of that movie. That's all I can say. Them big old glasses. They were hot. I'm gonna find me some of them. Some of them you can see my eyebrows in my glasses too. I'm gonna get some of them. So you be off the chain. But anyway, check me out.